my name is Charlie Hall, and this is me teaching art to soccer moms, wannabes, and a few winos. But they're a great bunch of gals that are always having fun, and that's the point of Drink and Dabble, is to have fun. So I thought I'd try to bring that fun to a home version of Drink and Dabble called Paint Party in a Pizza Box. It's an art kit. It's not a paint-by-numbers kit, though. I love those paint-by-number kits. I had them when I was a kid, and they've been around since the days of ancient Greece and Rome. And you know, mastering one of these art kits can lead to a career in art. I mean, I went to Rhode Island School of Design, and everybody who graduated ended up with a job. Excuse me, could I have some more water? Now let's dive inside one of these paint boxes, and the first thing you'll notice is there's no pizza!
Where's the pizza? Where's the pizza? Where's the pizza?
Of course not. We just used the box. We thought it was adorable. And let's see what's inside that box. There's aprons for two. There's paints for two. Those are the small tubes, actually. We also have some larger tubes, some larger bottles of paint that some kits have. There are some great brushes of various lengths and sizes. We've also added in an extra supply of white, since that's the color that most people need. And most importantly, folks, there's a drink in our Drink and Dabble to-go pack. Yes, there is a powdered packet, and you just add whatever adult beverage or non-adult beverage you'd like. This happens to be some coconut vodka and a little in the glass. Maybe a little more, because the more you drink, the better your paintings look. We also give out 2 sheets of practice paper, and this is our transfer paper system, where you get to copy the drawing of the painting onto the canvas, if you'd like. If you're more advanced, you don't even have to use it. But if you're a beginner, you put the transfer paper down. You can just use 1/2 of it. You can move it over after that. You put down the drawing of the painting, and you trace over the lines to give you an almost exact drawing of the painting. And really, that is the hard part. We also have enclosed these 2 sheets of canvas that you can practice painting on. There's our brush. If you use the brush flat on, it makes a nice wide, broad streak. If you want to make a very thin stroke, put the brush on the side. Use the side of it. When you want to blend, this is how you could do it. You already see some orange there. You add in a good amount of the yellow, because it's the lighter color. Then clean your brush off so it has almost no paint on it. Now I'm going to bring the orange into the yellow, and I'm trying to blend them together. But right there where the 2 meet, I'm doing it very lightly, barely touching the paper. It's this light touch and the lack of paint on my brush that get them to blend and mix together. You know, you might be saying, I noticed there's no easel in the box. Why is there no easel? Are you too cheap? Well, yes. Number 1, yes. But number 2, I don't really like easels. I don't like easels because
you put them up here, and your arm is up here, and it's kind of shaking, and it's kind of upright. So you can pretty much make your own easel. How do you do that? Very simply. A couple of cans would do it. You just put a couple of cans down like that. And you balance the canvas right on top of it. If you don't have chikorita soup, you can use kidney beans, only the red ones though. Or you can use some box, milk bones, make a nice easel. Just lay them down and put the canvas on top of the box, and the slant is perfect whether you are sitting or standing. Of course, I just like to put the canvas right in my lap and hold it against my lap and the table. But one of these props is great. If you can't find one of those props, a severed arm also works quite nicely.
Okay, whether you're using an easel or not, let's start painting by taking our smallest brush and holding it on the side, and let's go over those graphite lines. Right down the line. Well, that line is not too straight, is it? What good fun I'd like to have. Okay, so I am continuing around the drawing, around the buildings. Of course, we've taken some liberties with the buildings to make them simplified and to fit into this composition a little better. And there we go over that Fleet building, and there's a building that we made a little bit smaller. Okay, we're continuing. The old hospital trust. Now we've drawn in a bunch of the main lines in a very watery dark blue, by the way. But for the flames, we're using a watery red. When I say watery, we don't want it so watered down that it drips. So something in between the regular consistency and adding some water to it is just about perfect. And we're going all around with the flames, with the red. And now we're putting in some yellow into the sky. It's going to be a sunset type sky. We've also added some lines in the water for where the flames are being reflected. Let's get back into the sky. No, that is not a nuclear blast, although some would like that over Providence. We are blending, just like we did earlier. We put in the yellow, the lighter color, and we're putting in the darker color on top of it and bringing down just little pieces of the orange, but still trying to leave it yellow at the bottom of the sun, of the sunset and the horizon. And now we've added in some red to the top, and we've brought it down from red to orange to yellow, giving it that summer sunset feeling. You can almost feel the mosquitoes biting your legs as we speak. Okay, we are continuing now. Where shall we go? Well, I think we may try to add something into the water. See, we're taking some of the strokes from the sunset and we're putting a few of them in the water. And now it's time to put in the wood. Yes, folks, time for the wood, always my favorite time. And the reason why we have these little hibachis on the river is because they are fueled by these beautiful pine logs that give off a wonderful scent. And we've made a brown. There should be brown in your kit. Again, not too heavy, not too thick. We've made brown diagonal lines going inward into all the flames. And we're going to let that dry, and then we'll put some flame colors over those logs. But until then, we're going to paint the whole skyscape a wonderful purplish, bluish color. May not look too purple there or bluish there, but we're using a medium brush now, which has sharp edges, and it makes getting into those corners of the building quite easily. And we will continue with the buildings. Look, we're almost done now. Excuse that light gleaming over there. Oh, little mistake. We'll take care of that, don't worry. That's why they make CGI. Oh, a little clearasil, and that'll clear right up. Oh, yeah. Now, we are going to go back into the painting with the brush. Oh, we're going to fix, let's see. We are going to continue by painting the wall a darker color. We've added some green in for the shrubbery. Again, we've simplified this scene. There would be people there normally. And we're being careful to paint the darker color of the wall. Refer to your master painting card for these colors. We've gone over a lot of these colors twice. Many times the first coat is okay, but the second coat really gets in all the nooks and the crannies of the painting. Not that the painting is an English muffin, but when I say nooks and crannies, I think you know what I mean. Then we've added some of the colors of the sky and the buildings into the water. Notice the little brush strokes there. That kind of reflect what's happening above them. It's looking pretty good. I'm feeling good about myself. But that could be due to the many antidepressants and therapy sessions I take weekly. Okay, I've turned the canvas on the side to get those crosshairs in a nice diagonal. There we go there. Turning it around. Oh, by the way, if I don't want to paint anymore today, I just wrap up my paints in some saran wrap, like a leftover. And it's all set for the next day. Well, folks, I finished my painting, but it's not quite dry yet, so, you know, whether you're in Rhode Island or Johnston or Cranston, the hair blower, yep, that is the tool of the trade. And you know what? It actually got me feeling so dry that now that I finished the painting, I want to quench my thirst. And I think I am. I mean, what better way to celebrate my finished painting, whether it's hanging in the Louvre or the loo? I had a great time with Drink and Dabble. All info at drinkanddabble.com. I'm Charlie Hall.